Hello and welcome to
Flowers and Rosé podcast. My name is Reese.
I'm Ash.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to the show. So we just wanted to start the show, our little introductory episode, by letting you know a bit more about us. We are two Black women who live on the East Coast. We have been friends for about 6 years now, and we usually like to spend our free time having a glass of rosé, maybe a bit of flowers, and talking, just shooting the shit about anything that's happening in the world, news-wise, pop culture-wise, things that we've seen on Instagram and TikTok. And we just thought that we're a little funny and we have a good time. We wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully you enjoy it. So the plan every week will just be to introduce you guys to a new rosé that we'll be trying while we sit and chat about pop culture and what's going on in the world, as well as the flower that we will partake in that evening. And then, we hope that you guys will tune in, and I hope that you'll comment and like and subscribe. But we are looking for like questions or topics that you guys would like for us to discuss in the episodes moving forward. We're hoping for some sponsors. Maybe we'll get some interviews on the books as we plan to get pretty adventurous and try lots of different types of rosé, lots of different type of flowers. Hopefully we get some bud tenders in, and just really explore the world of rosé, the world of flowers, and hopefully make you guys laugh a little bit while we talk about pop culture. Reese, we should start with where we even got the name Flowers and Rosé for our show.
The name came from summer of 2019. I was a bud tender at a dispensary and just wanted to educate myself on medical cannabis. When I went in to purchase my cannabis, I had a lot of questions because I had no idea what I was picking up or what things were for. My bud tender at that time, was nice enough to just talk to me and answer all the questions that I had. I felt like I was holding the line up from everyone because I had so many questions. But rosé, I am a big fan of rosé. I love it. It is best when it's chilled, ice cold. And who doesn't love a flower, whether it be cannabis and or a bouquet on the table? But yes, I just thought, why not? And so that's how we got the name Flowers and Rosé.
That is wonderful. I mean, I think it's a cute name. It's kind of like a little play on words because we're not saying like weed or like marijuana. We're just saying like flowers. It's kind of like a cute take. It is definitely a Reeseism. You guys will start to learn what Reeseisms are the more we talk. She's got lots of sayings. She could have a dictionary of Reeseisms at this point.
So fucking true.
But I also think that it's discreet. It's a little feminine, which we like. And I mean, rosé, very pink.
Absolutely.
We like a sparkle.
I love a sparkle rosé.
So basically how we're going to start today is just by having a little intro into the weed that we're smoking today. So Reese is going to give us that, and it is called
Blackberry Bitches.
It's just called Blackberry, not Blackberry Bitches, by the way.
Right. No, it's just Blackberry, which is a hybrid. Indica leaning, for those who know what an indica and sativa are, indica is more relaxing. It sits at a 31% THC level, which is really nice. The flavors that I taste are a blueberry, berry, and cheese. Did you taste that, Rose?
Blueberry, berry, like two different things?
Mm-hmm. Like a raspberry and blueberry together?
Yeah, I guess maybe. I think like when you said blueberry, I was like, oh yeah, but raspberry I don't remember as much. And what was the third one?
Cheese.
I don't know. My palate is not cultured enough to taste all those things. But
we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But it's a nice flower. It does what it needs to do. Like I said, it'll help you relax from a long day of work. You come home from work and put a little bit of blackberry in the air, and I guarantee you'll come down from your day.
So next we're going to talk about the wine that we're drinking. We're actually drinking 2 different bottles right now, but we will talk to you guys about that.
how would you rate your glass of rosé? You got a sparkle over there right now, Ash. What do you have over there?
If you think I know how to pronounce the brand of this wine, you are tripping.
It's a Veuve Devernay.
Okay, French.
Okay, yes. It's a sparkle. It's an ice rosé, so I like to throw it in the freezer for about a good hour and a half to 2 hours to get it ice cold. Obviously, it's a springtime. Well, we spring forward in a few hours, right?
In a few hours or tomorrow? Is it tomorrow night or tonight?
Sunday at 2
a.m. So I guess in a couple hours.
Yeah, I would say a couple of hours.
Wow. You know, daylight savings, the other one. What's that called? Negative daylight savings. the other daylight savings was like our favorite weekend in college because you're out like at a bar and then it's 2 a.m. when the bar's closed, but it jumps back to 1 p.m. so you get like an extra hour of going out.
Party.
Like, hey. Yes. So we love that. Anyway, that was off topic. I like this wine. This is the wine you always bring over. It's sweet and sparkly. We like sparkles. It is really good ice cold. I'm usually a red wine drinker, but I found that rosés are better when they're cold. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Ice cold, yes. It's really nice.
Tell us about the wine you're drinking over there.
It was called
Spy Pig.
Spy Pig. It's a flat rosé. It's all right. Nice in color, but it is. Would I have it again? Probably not.
So this was a fairly priced bottle of wine.
Frugal, to say the least.
Yes, here where we are, it was a $10 bottle of wine. I think for $10, it's not bad.
Facts.
Like if I was on a budget and I wanted some rosé, I could have a Spy Pig. But
which, by the way, it's a French rosé.
It is a French rosé.
12.5% alcohol. So, yeah.
It made it into our bottles because the label was cute. I thought it was so cute. It's like cute. A flying pig, and he has on little like aviator goggle things. So that's usually how I choose my wines. Is just by whichever has the cutest label.
Okay,
and I
wrong with that.
Yeah, whichever one looks interesting.
You've been very good with that. I like what we had so far.
Yeah, it's good for pictures, but also it's just fun. Like it's an easy way to shop for wines because most times I don't know what I'm looking for, so I like that. But yeah, I think I did have a glass of the Spy Pig wine, and I think that it was fine. That's probably, is that the same exact thing you said? It's fine.
It's fine. Would you have it again?
If I was on a budget, I could.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we like 12.5%. It's not bad.
Not bad at all. I like it.
Yeah. Do you know how much this one that I'm drinking is percent?
Also, I believe it is 12.5.
I see. A lot of the red wines I drink are more like 14.
Also coming from a young lady who loves the IPA, so where they're sitting at like a 16%.
No, they're not.
Where the IPA beers to that?
I like to choose ones with high percentage on purpose. But maybe 12.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like the bubbles really do make a difference. Like if I'm drinking a 12% flat rosé versus I'm drinking a 12% sparkling, I feel like I'm more likely to get drunk from a 12% sparkling. Is that a thing? Scientists, tune in.
Right. You're definitely going to feel fuller for sure.
Yeah, I agree. But
I
feel like it makes me get drunk faster.
Yes, it's a different drinking a wine and getting high, or not getting high off from wine, but just getting a buzz from wine is totally different from getting drunk from alcohol.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh wow.
There's different kinds of drunk. Wine drunk is different from.
That's a giggly thing.
Tequila drunk is different from vodka drunk.
I've never thrown up from drinking rosé or a wine, but tequila, Mexico, 2017. Yikes.
Yes. Oh my God. You know, that was so much fun.
It was fun.
I won't take you back. Did we have some rough nights? Sure. But were the nights great before they got rough?
Yes.
They sure were.
Yes.
So memorable. I'll take it. We love a good margarita. Tequila's not my drink of choice, but I love a good margarita. So
What is your drink of choice besides a red Cabernet?
Not a Cabernet. I like a red blend.
Okay.
Usually.
Okay.
But a Cabernet it's not bad. It's just not my first choice. My alcohol of choice is vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Always has been. All the way back from the Burnett's days in college.
Clear.
Shout out to Burnett's.
Uh-huh.
The cheapest plastic bottle of vodka on the
Oh
shelf.
my gosh. I don't know anything about that.
No.
No.
What's your alcohol of choice? Vodka. You drink vodka over here.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what you
That's
have.
what I have, right?
Yeah,
But I feel like tequila's that's a party alcohol.
Yeah,
I wouldn't buy that
really
for the house.
had alcohol like that, like seriously drink like that was Mexico 2017, and that was a lesson learned. And that was a scary lesson learned, but it was a lesson learned. Yeah,
guys, she didn't drink actual liquor for a long time, like almost 2 years. I feel like after that.
Yes. Wow. Thank God the worm wasn't in that tequila or anything like that. Oh,
what is the worm supposed to do even?
I don't even know.
Right.
But I had it. So when I knew we were going on this trip, I was like, yo, I got to have this tequila with the worm. It's Mexico.
We never did it too. No. We did talk about that.
Definitely.
But remember those, was this trip where they had those like chocolate or like coffee drinks that we were drinking with tequila in it that were good?
Yes.
That's where we got the tequila cream.
Yes.
That tequila cream
yes.
hit different because I brought a bottle home for my dad and he was like, where can I get this? I was like, Mexico?
Exactly. I'm getting shit that we can't even get in the States. Why can't we get white Hennessy in the United States of America? Like, that's crazy.
I don't know. Hennessy, if you want to sponsor us, we accept. We'll accept any sponsorships.
Any sponsorships.
With Hennessy, but also with anybody. Right now, our show is sponsored by Logan, my dog, who has to deal with us talking in his space and not giving him attention.
So let's talk about the interview. You didn't get a chance to see it?
I watched it.
Oh, and
we're talking about the Oprah, Meghan, Harry
Absolutely.
interview.
Yeah.
So I thought that the interview was, well, first of all, I thought it was well done because I do agree that like they kind of had to flee their entire life, so it is good they had a platform to say their part of the story at least. But I thought mostly that the actual storyline was very storyline, like it's a TV show. Mm-hmm. But I thought that it was very interesting because like I would have never known or thought that like dang they had to come here because of lack of security. I didn't know that, or that they had to like
that was a surprise to me.
Live at Tyler Perry's house. Like, can you imagine Prince Harry living at Tyler Perry's $1 million mansion or whatever? That's so strange. Like, can you imagine Tyler Perry sitting down having a bowl of cereal and Prince Harry walking down in his pajamas? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not like he was in a palace. Like, I don't think people were like doting on. I mean, I don't know what it's like in the palace or if he even lived there, but
no, they had their own cottage behind the palace or some shit like that.
You know, when she was saying cottage, like I'm picturing like a shack.
Exactly. I thought the same exact thing. And I'm like, that obviously does not mean what I think it means. So
it's probably like a 10-bedroom house.
For facts, for sure.
But she's like, oh yes, in our cottage, blah blah blah. I'm like, a cottage is like where Snow White lived in that 1 bedroom with the 7 doors, not whatever you talk about. Oh, that's so but funny. Because it's Meghan, they maybe actually put them in a cottage.
But that's a big thing in what state is that? Where Martha's Vineyard is, Maine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Connecticut?
Yeah, because that's what they're like, oh, I got a cottage out there. And I'm like, wait, what is that, a 1-bedroom shack? Yeah.
Seriously.
But that's funny. But yeah, I was totally taken back to hear that they took his security away. I mean, that is your son's son. So I was just surprised to hear him say that. But
yeah.
But once I did, I'm like, oh, it's because he's married to a black woman who's one black, but also a divorcee, and also who is American.
Black American divorcee.
Right.
Couldn't have crossed off more.
It really sucked.
Yeah. But my thing, or I mean, I don't want to sound victim blamey or like there was any reason that they should be taking away security. But my question was, did they decide to take away security after Harry and Meghan decided they didn't want to be in the monarchy anymore. You know what I mean? Because was it like, oh, you guys don't want to do this anymore? Okay, fine, then you don't get security. Or was it like, we're not giving that black baby no security? You know what I mean? I mean, it could be both. It could be both.
But yes, but also it could also be the pandemic. They were like, we want our guys back over here because they were shutting down the country.
Right, and they probably like, it's y'all's business if y'all decided to go to Canada or wherever.
Right.
That's crazy, though.
That really it is, man. Royalty. And then I just saw the interview on TMZ where Prince William and Kate were somewhere, and they were a black lady was walking. Did you see this clip on TMZ?
No, I didn't see it.
And the black lady was walking behind him. He was like, "So, did you see reporter? Did you see the interview with your brother?" And they're talking about. And he was like, "My family is very much not a racist." Well, if you had to word it like that, I mean, come on.
Right, it's a little sus at the very least.
He had to say it because the black lady was walking right behind him.
Right. He probably turned to her like, ma'am, I just want to let you know.
Exactly. That was the only reason why he said, Kate never turned around. She focused on wherever the hell they were going.
She was probably like, I'm not getting wrapped up in this conversation.
So she probably like, it was me. So
it was me. What?
But then I was like also pissed off when I saw or read that, or she was talking about how it was actually Kate who made her cry. Mm-hmm. That really pissed me off, and I was like, what? Why are they lying? Like she said, why don't you just tell the truth, put it out there? But you don't want to look a certain way. It sucks.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, and maybe it is just completely evil and manipulative and on purpose, but I kind of feel like some of those like microaggressions, people don't even notice that they're doing. So I just hope that the people in the palace or the people in the firm or the association, whatever the heck they were calling it, I just hope that they don't be like, ugh, we're not going to listen to this, but that they actually listen, because those are things that we're like, oh, you'll be fine. Like, you don't need security. It's like, okay, but if I were white, would you feel the same way? I don't know. And it's hard when we're saying like, if so-and-so were black, then X, Y, Z. And it's like, you can't know that because it's not in the same situation. But it's like, we know. Like, you only have to live this reality for so long to know that things would be different if the races were switched. This is a heavy conversation for the first episode.
It is.
I did ask my friend Lily in London, like, what's going on over there about this? I was like, is the queen gonna like start a war with Oprah, or like what's gonna happen? And she said that people are pretty split about it. And like old people, of course, are siding with the monarchy, but like young people are siding with Harry and Meghan. And I was like, wow, that's a lot. It's sad more than anything that like Meghan and Harry would have to like feel how they feel right now. I mean, that's not a good feeling to feel like your family's not supporting you, you know? But, yeah, I mean, I hope it works out for them, and it would be nice if, you know what was really fucked up? How they tried to tell Harry when they were getting married, oh, well, maybe she should just keep working as an actress because we may not have enough money to support her.
Wait, what?
She said, or maybe it was Harry, said that at one point when they were about to get married, that someone in the firm or whatever was saying that maybe she should continue to be an actor here because they may not be able to like find the funds to support them as a couple.
Once they left the royal family.
I think like in general, like it was before they even got married that they had that conversation. You're living in a palace. You don't have enough money for us to live in a cottage you already own. Yeah. Like, you're not paying for that.
I don't know how that works. I really don't know how that works.
I know, we need Tawana. She knows all about it.
I'm surprised that she knew that like the way she did, for sure. That's so crazy.
Strange. But yeah, that's crazy.
The shit you pay attention to. I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, me either. Somebody said, oh, well, it just seems weird to me that before Harry would be eligible to be king, Prince William's son will be eligible. George, I think his name is George, will be eligible for it. And I was like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't pay attention to how that like lineage stuff works. And she was like, well, Harry's obviously much older than his baby nephew. And I was like, yeah, but this is the only analogy I have. it was the same thing in The Lion King because Mufasa had a son, and then Scar, Mufasa's brother, got pushed back in line. Like, he wasn't then next to become king anymore because Mufasa had a son. I was like, I don't know what the rules are, but I know that seems to be common. I don't know. But yeah, we talked about that for a brief minute. And I was like, my only frame of reference is The Lion King. So I really couldn't tell you.
Legit though. Like, once you said it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, she got a point.
Right, because that was his whole beef, was that this baby gets to be in front of me in line for the crown. So,
I wonder how Harry does feel about that.
He probably don't care. He never seemed, as the little bit I followed him, he never seemed to be interested in that.
So true, because I was actually talking to T about how, I was like, do you remember when he dressed up as a Nazi?
What?
Yes, he dressed up as a Hitler soldier at a Halloween party. Shout out to Halloween, my birthday. Hey. At a Halloween party, and like the tabloids caught hold of it, and it was like the prince should not be dressed.
Obviously.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
You don't need to pull it up. I don't need to see that. Okay. Why? Why would he do that?
We're gonna pass joints, not judgments here, okay? That's what we do on the podcast, Flowers and Rosé.
Right. It's positive vibes, guys. But on a more negative vibe, why would he do that? I just don't be getting. Sometimes. I hope this is okay. Sometimes white people do stuff and I'm like, how tone deaf are you? Like, do you know what world you're living in?
It's surprising that the white community is just now picking up on it, or now starting to pay attention to it, it seems like, since...
Yeah, I feel like there's, though, more now because instead of black people just, like, silently rolling our eyes or giving each other, like, looks like, girl... Now we're saying it out loud, and they have to be faced with it. And they're like shocked and like, what? I don't even see color. It's like, okay, girl. Well, maybe you need to start seeing some color. Right?
You don't see it.
I think, and I've thought for a while now, like, it's just better to respectfully call people out on their shit and just let the chips fall where they may. I mean, I do it with my family all the time. Like, the older people in my family, I'm like, no, that's inappropriate, or no, that's racist, or that's sexist. Like, if no one tells them, they'll never know. So I just think that we're just going to be a little uncomfortable.
So true. Yeah. So very true.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Reese from the Flowers and Rosé podcast, and I just want to share a few things with you about Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you, it's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone and or computer, which is awesome.
And it's me, Ash. Anchor will distribute your podcast so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast without any minimum listenership. And
it's easy. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
That's anchor.fm whenever you're ready to make your podcast. Watch out, world, I'm grown now.
I'm grown.
I don't know the rest of the words.
New every day.
Every day.
Love that show. You're all caught up?
I am all caught up. I watched the 2 episodes I was behind last night. You know?
Tell me what you think about Zoe and Aaron.
Fucking spoiler alert. We should say that. Spoiler alert. So you have time to pause or end this episode.
Oh, right.
If you were not caught up on Grownish as of March 13th.
Right.
So, because I hate that when podcasts do that, I'd be like scrambling to close it before they ruin something for me.
Facts, I can see that. Okay.
Yeah. So, we're talking about Grownish. My thoughts. What the fuck was Zoe thinking? Like, she really lives in her own little universe where she thought, oh, we had sex. Guess he's going to leave here and break up with her and we're going to be together. Like, no, girl, that's not how it works in the real world.
Yeah, I was Team Zoe. I was thinking the same damn thing.
That's because it's a TV show. So you're living in fantasy land with Zoe.
No, I was thinking history and the way they left things before she went off to go be with Joey Badass and be his designer, excuse me.
Speaking of that, Is the girl who plays the female artist, is that Saweetie? I wonder that every episode and I never look it up. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, that's
She's
her.
pretty.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, haters. So yeah, I did not feel that way because like Aaron is an established character, so we know he's not just like a random fuckboy who's gonna be like bye to the girl that he's with, because like I feel like the reason that they hooked up was because of the history. But I also feel like he's a nice guy, and clearly he had feelings for this new chick, or else he wouldn't have been with her. You know, he would have just been pining after Zoe.
Well, okay, so why do you think he slept with Zoe? Because I was like, come on. She
That's
just
what I'm
told you she
saying.
loves you. Like, you took full advantage of that. That pisses me off.
Yeah, but I really feel like she kind of took advantage of him. Like, that's not just something you drop casually when someone's telling you they need space without expecting exactly what she expected. And maybe he should have known that she expected that, but I agreed with him when he was like you just like use me when you're around and then you just drop me all the time, which is true. Like, she's done that to him so many times. So the fact that he was supposed to assume that this time she's serious, why would he think that? Like, he didn't even know at that point that she quit working with Joey.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably thought, okay, she's home for like a weekend and then she'll be back to wherever the hell she be going all the time. So she really does play him all the time. So I could see why he wouldn't think that she was serious, but I could see why their history and the feelings that we know he has for her would get him into trouble.
It was a good episode. I enjoyed every minute of it.
You know what I enjoyed? Luca is back.
Yeah, I don't like the homegirl that he's with in the show.
Well, she's leaving now.
Yes.
But when he said something about like, oh, I can't believe our time on this spiritual plane is coming to an end, in his like normal Luca way.
Yeah.
And she was like, if I've learned anything from you, it's that we were never on the same astral plane to begin with, or something. And he was like, oh, I know we were on the same plane because my heart feels weird as you're packing your stuff.
Like, I miss you or some shit like
Oh,
that. Yeah.
I was like, I love him. And he's funny too, because when he was telling Nomi, yeah, it's going to be weird to have 3 parents. I was like, nigga, you are not the parent of her baby.
So with all that being said, T was like, they're going to end up together.
Luca and Nomi?
Yes.
Ew, I don't see that. I don't want that.
That's what he says.
They don't have any sexual chemistry, the two of them.
But yo, to see her baby daddy?
I didn't expect it to be a regular ass white man. Like, it's very strange.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wait, this is what he looks like?
I mean, it's not that he wasn't cute. It was just, I was like, oh, I don't expect Nomi to be with a regular Abercrombie wearing white man. That just isn't what I saw for her character. But I don't think that whatever that actress's name is and Luca Sabat have any sexual chemistry. So I don't see how they could end up together. Let's go ahead and sign out and tell people where they can find us on the socials. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week. Okay, so you can like and follow us on Twitter at Flowers in Rose Pod, because there's no accent, so there's no Rosé option. Flowers, the letter in Rose Pod. You can follow us on Instagram. That will be at the same exact name, Flowers in Rose Pod. We're also on Facebook, which would just be Flowers and Rosé Podcast. If you guys have any topics that you want us to talk about, or comments about today's episode, or questions about the wine or anything like that, you can also email us if you don't want to slide into our DMs. You can email us at flowersrosepodcast@gmail.com. That's flowersrosepodcast@gmail.com. So like the same thing, but no N this time. We look forward to hearing from you guys.